already know what time it is. It's Raw Mind Sports. I'm your host, Ryan Jones. We got RJ Cope. His family has a lot of great ties to Tarboro, North Carolina. But before we do that, as what I always say, hit my music.
You're on time to talk sports with Raw Mind. Game day, who plays with updates of all kinds. From press box to sideline. Who got cut, who got signed. Who's clutch when it's crunch time. The starting lineup or the pine. These athletes compete, some without even trying. You want a championship, you gotta grind. When them bright lights shine, and this game go 9, they gon' cover the story, not quite like Ryan. Exclusive interviews, dudes plug like Mike Line. He's got the inside scoop of why, who got fined. Prime time, got the game statistics. I could say, if you wasn't at the game, you missed it. But now Raw Mind Sports covers the distance. Front row, that's close like a coach's assistant. You wanna be in the know? Eyes open and listen. This is Raw Mind Sports, another edition.
I throw a little flavor there for you, RJ. Little flavor.
Yeah.
And by the way, this episode is sponsored by Essential Collections. Essential Collections by Monica Rich. She has handmade products from bath products for male or female, smell good products for male or female, even baby bath products as well. She also has cream, lotion. She also has gift baskets. Use the promo code RAWMIND. Use the promo code RAWMIND. You'll get a 15% discount on all products. That's right. Use the promo code when you go to that website, www.essential, ESSENTUALSCOLLECTION.square.site. Use the promo code RAWMIND. So with that being said, we have RJ Cope here on the show today, and young kid that's very sensational in baseball, been playing baseball probably all his life, but we're gonna let him tell his own story, his own raw story. So with that being said, RJ, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
That's great. That's great. So we have a lot of ties, as I said, coming on to the show today. People that his family it's pretty much from Tarboro, from his mom, Judge of the Year. I know she probably like, don't do that to me, but raw thoughts. We got Veronica His Cope. Then we have Nate His, who actually played at Elizabeth City. He played overseas for years, and all these guys pretty much are from Tarboro. So that being said, being that your uncle was a basketball player, where did baseball and the love of baseball come from?
Well, I started playing baseball when I was around 3.
3 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. So pretty much it was just swinging the bat, just hitting the ball off the little tee. And then as it progressed, started throwing the ball to my dad outside in the backyard. And then from then on, I started from T-ball and just kept going. I've been playing baseball my whole life.
Man, that's pretty cool. So with that, it started at 3 years old. Your dad was playing at that. Was your dad like good at baseball himself, or he just knew the game, or what? I mean, just from experience standpoint.
Well, my dad has always been great at baseball from what I've seen. He played with the Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays and was up to 96 in the 90s. So I think arm injuries stopped him, but he still puts all his efforts and everybody else still trying to make it today. So I really appreciate that.
So for the viewers that don't know, let them know who your daddy is. So they'll know so we can put a name to the Mariners and the Tampa Bay Rays.
Well, name of Rob Cope, was a very good pitcher. He was, I think he was a great pitcher and a great hitter his high school career. He didn't really run. He told me that as soon as he went into the pros, they made him start running, and he was like, "What? Where did that come from?"
Yeah, it's different, man, with baseball. Baseball has different things. Football conditioning, basketball conditioning. Baseball has its conditioning, but it's probably a little different. So, for you, like, to stay consistent at it, like, for me, like, you played it. Your dad was already, as we see, that's what experience and that's where the knowledge of baseball came from in some way. What led you to still stick with it? Like, I'm pretty sure at a young age you had other sports you could have chose, but by the fact that your dad kept you consistent to it, like, what made you say, I'm gonna still stick to baseball?
Well, I still played a little basketball. Never played football because my dad always didn't want me to play football. I didn't want to get injuries. But the basketball, I was still good at it from around 8 to 11, and then just dropped it all together in 4th grade. And then from then on, it was just baseball. And I was like, maybe it's time to just go all baseball. I was already good at it before. I should just keep going at it.
outside of your dad, when it comes to baseball, like who inspires you? Like who's your favorite MLB player that you like to watch?
Oh well, right now it's got to be Shohei Ohtani. He hits from the left side and throws from the right. He's one of the he's a second player in MLB to do that. So Babe Ruth was the first, and that's pretty much what led me to be a two-way player today. Obviously, I throw the ball from the left side, hit from the left side, but just still trying to stay consistent with both sides of baseball right now. I'm just trying to just be my best when it comes to being on the field.
So like tell the viewers for me, as a pitcher and playing baseball, like what's the difficulty rate like for you been playing it all for you it's easy because you've been playing it a lot, but like I know baseball is pretty tough and to staying consistent with your arm, you're a left-handed pitcher, you go into these camps like have these camps like stopped you? Did you go into these camps like, hey, I'm the man? And you got there like, whoa, I gotta work on some things.
Oh, well, I mean, pretty much every camp that I go to, I usually just try to be fundamental, know the game to a certain extent, and just be able to use what I've learned. And just when I go to first base, because I go to first base every time I'm on the field too, I usually just work on picks, just try to stay in front of the ball, and just all the fundamentals. That's where it takes off at. So whenever I hit, just fundamentals as well, just trying to stay down on the ball and take it a long way. And on the pitcher's mound, just use all three pitches to the max. So that's where
Yeah,
it's at.
hand-eye coordination is something serious in baseball that I do know. So I know you're in high school now, and like being able to play at the high school level, did you how do you feel about it right now? Like, did you think like it was gonna be like even tougher, or like you're successful? I want to say you're number three pitcher in the state. No, number one pitcher in the state. I want to say, and you're number three in the nation. So that's a big deal. Like
Yes.
to be number three in the nation at your position. And I'm pretty sure you got so many offers. Like, what is a day like for you? With that type of recognition, you being number three in the country and you're number one in the state of Georgia. Like, what is a day like with RJ Cope trying to prepare to even be even better than just number three in the nation?
Well, overall, just always try to recover as much as I can. Just try and get stronger every day. Just try and be on top of my game. I do talk to a lot of coaches, but it's always scheduled. So I like when the coaches want to go ahead and schedule one so I can have everything organized throughout every day. I do run a whole bunch. I run 30 minutes to an hour every day so I can try and keep my stamina up, try and keep my durability where it needs to be. So uh, when it comes to routines, I pretty much follow a routine every day, just trying to stay on top of my game. Uh, just weight room, eating the right things every day, and just overall mobility and stretching. That's pretty much what I'm supposed to be doing every day to stay where I need to be. So yeah, I've come a long way from where I was 2 years ago. So.
So what's the goal for this year going into the season?
Pretty much just throw more strikes, stay consistent on the mound. I've been playing a lot of older guys for the past year now, so I've gotten into a little groove, and it's nothing really hard to me now. I just got to stay where I need to be fundamentally on the mound and hit the ball well wherever it's placed.
Oh man. So tell me what do you do outside of baseball to get your mind relaxed? I know it's a lot of grind. It's a grind, staying where you're at, staying at that top tier level. But what is something that RJ Cope likes to do outside of baseball? I kind of relieve your mind, from throwing strikes all day, is what you would say.
Well, I do play a video game a lot. I play
Oh boy.
Yeah, I play the show most of the time, so I get a little competitive on the game. Um,
Do you like play like with guys that are all around the country? Like, do you get on the headset and play against people like that, or you just play by yourself or whoever's like in the house with you?
oh, well, when I go to my academy, because I live in dorms, some of the people want to play me. So
Oh,
whenever they want to play, I'll play. But there's some other kids that I play outside of that. Some kids that some other people might know, Keon Johnson, a couple other people like Aiden Arnett and them. Those are some top guys that I've played, and it's just been fun playing off the field against them, just being competitive, having fun. So yeah, that's where the game's at right now for me.
So the next question for me is like a meal. What would you want your mom to cook? What's your favorite meal you want your mom to cook?
It's got to be spaghetti.
I don't know why. Like all kids love spaghetti at that age. I guess because y'all like for me, if I eat that spaghetti, I'm gonna be honest, it's just the weight gonna stick on me. Maybe because you're a spring chicken. You can run it off quickly. Cause if I eat spaghetti right now, I'm down for the count. So like you have so many offers and goals. Not necessarily saying that necessarily the way you're gonna choose. Cause of course you're not. I'm not even asking you to do that on Raw Mind. That's right, Raw Thoughts. I'm not putting that pressure on the young kid right now. I catch them later. But how do you feel about these offers? Like, did you ever see all these offers coming at once, or were you like, I was just trying to get through high school first?
I mean, I kind of wasn't worrying about it. Like, whenever anybody would tell me full ride or like good sort of percent of scholarship, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep working, and eventually I'll try and commit sometime soon. I'm not really worrying about that right now. So I'm just trying to stay on the process, trust the process, and just keep going at it every day until it's that time. So,
man, I love it. I love it. That's what I was liking about that. Like that answer was like perfect for me. So now for me, looking at these schools, looking at these teams that you're about to play in high school right now, do you see state championship anytime soon?
I do. I actually, I do. I mean, every team's doing great right now that I've talked to in the past couple of months. So I mean, true. Every team that I could possibly go to is doing really well right now.
Do you see yourself breaking the strikeout record before you leave high school?
That's the goal right now. It's 8 strikes every time and gives me strikeouts as I can to help my team win the game.
All right, this is what I call the raw thought minute. The raw thought minute is what I call something that RJ Cope, you're free to speak and say something that people don't know about you or something that you want to say before we end the show. But it's up to you. The choice is yours.
Yeah, I got you. My name is RJ Cope, 6'7", 220 pounds. Just really, when I go back home, I just draw a lot and just try and keep my drawing game where it needs to be. I'm a talented drawer. I've always drawn my whole life. And on the education side, I have all A's, so I just try and stay on top of education. Education is the main thing for my family. It's always been the main thing for my family, and I welcome it into what I do every day, so I can stay on top of that, so I can go to a school and not have to worry about grades. And overall, I'm just a great guy, just trying to be kind, honest, and just trying to be respectful everywhere I go. Is what I'm supposed to do, is where I'm supposed to be. And I believe that one day, when I leave this earth, I just want to be up there with God. So, God, Jesus, that's what I want to do.
Man, that was great. What would you tell younger kids who trying to be just like you, that's trying to be a great pitcher or successful pitcher? Maybe kids who at recreation or high school, like tell them just give me your raw thoughts on that. What would you tell them?
Well, always stay on top of it, especially the grades. Grades are the biggest thing. Whenever you're going out to work out, don't just work out and just say I'm done. Just whenever you're working out, get the best out of it. Get the full 100%. And I mean, always try to go until you can't no more. And yeah, that's just pretty much all I got to say.
Well, you heard it. I just took a little bit of RJ Coach's time. As you can see, his schedule is extremely busy all the time. So I was grateful, and I am truly grateful that I'm graced with your presence at this very moment to get some time with you today. This is RJ Coach. Number 1 pitcher in Georgia, number 3 in the nation, left-handed. He told you he's 6'7". Who he a lot taller than me. You know, if you see me right now, I'd be looking up. So, them jeans didn't come my way. I didn't get that height. You know, I'd probably be all right if I had some of that height. But with that being said, RJ, I appreciate you being on the show. Wish you nothing but the best. I'm definitely gonna get plenty more interviews with you as the season goes on. You know, your career goes on. You know, the beauty of baseball is a little different, people, because you know a lot of guys. Y'all hear me. I do interview a few baseball players. You know, like Brian Goodwin was on my show before, and then I had Austin Byler that was on my show. But you know, I don't get as many baseball players, which it don't matter for me. Raw Mind Sports wants all sports. I welcome all. I don't care if it's WWE, UFC, whatever. I don't care what it is. You know, it's always a great story to see this and see a kid like RJ Cope doing well and being successful at a young age and doing what he's doing. So with that being said, Raw Mind, Raw Thoughts, RJ Cope is out.